I was gonna talk about that. I actually didn't know that until the day of. So so as you guys may have noticed, I performed at the Osaka Expo. That's crazy. Oh man. Can you imagine how nervous I was when I learned though? So at the Osaka Expo opening ceremony, it was supposed to be a big surprise. And it's not something that people could just go to. I think you had to be invited, and the security was really, really, really strong. But they did broadcast it, and I was glad you guys got to see that. Well, yeah, I didn't really know a lot of the details. You know, they said, they come up to me, the staff comes up to me like, Mori, you will be performing in front of His Majesty, the Emperor of Japan. I was like, checks my watch, checks my calendar. Is it April Fools? Not just the Emperor, but the Empress and the Prince and Princess and Prime Minister and all of these really, really erai, high-level officials from different countries were there. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I thought anybody could. You might be the first VTuber to do that ever. I wonder. I mean, I don't even think the Emperor knows what a VTuber is, maybe, but now Mori got to show him. Isn't that crazy? Especially as like I'm an overseas VTuber, so, but I mean, you know, Japanese culture is very ingrained in what I do, and I do live in Japan, and I don't plan on leaving Japan, so you're now a royal VTuber. Well, I mean, that's what we're there to do. Share the news about us and what we do, right? And I did some rapping too. I didn't write the lyrics, by the way. They had them pre-prepared, but I did edit some of them because I had to make some tweaks here and there. I was like, oh, maybe we should change this to rhyme here and stuff like that. So, but I did my best. It was specifically for that performance. I don't know, bring it all together. You know, represent Japan, but also the international appeal. Can I show you the lyrics? I'd have to pull them up somewhere. I don't even know if I have the file anymore. It was on a projector. I certainly didn't memorize them. That's the one secret cheat, right? Of being a virtual performer, is that when you perform, you get the lyrics in front of you. You don't have to memorize anything. I'll take it though. It's one of the hacks. Yeah, those high notes were scary. But I did my best. They wanted it to be that high up. I think initially they may have wanted to have another person sing and then Mori raps, but then they said, no, you could just do both. You're a singer too, right? I'm like, oh, well, I'm learning how to sing. They're like, oh no, we heard your songs, you sound great, you can sing it. I was like, okay. That's definitely made me happy the past day or so just thinking about it. Sometimes I get in my own head like, I wonder if I've done anything like very cool or successful recently, but I just have to reflect on the things that I did. I'm like, yeah, that's indisputably really cool. Mama Mori was super happy to hear it too. That's gonna keep me smiling for a while. Well, I never thought I'd do something like that when I joined Holo. I really didn't think that road could lead to something like that, and it has led this far, so let's see where it continues to go. Hello, Callie! The Osaka Expo performance is amazing. If you were able to tell your past self this, she definitely wouldn't believe it, but here you are! You showed the Japan royalties and higher up what a great VTuber singer you are, thus bringing VTubers to a higher level. I hope I can do my part somehow! It's a long road ahead to prove that virtual entertainers are relevant and work super hard too. Virtual entertainment is still something that's so very human, you know? I believe that this is the way to go. We're still human too, which is something that really drew me into VTubing. After the fact, of course, as you guys know, in the beginning I was like, I don't really understand what VTubers do. But you know, once I actually got into it, one of the really big draws for me ended up being, it's not just like liking a character in an anime and like fawning over them. It's like a real person, you know? A real human being that you want to push forward and cheer for. It's kind of hard to explain to people sometimes, you know? I still hear plenty of comments and stuff like that from like people who are just learning about it for the first time, maybe learning about Mori for the first time, or producing things for Mori for the first time, mostly overseas and stuff like that. They go like, so is it like an AI thing? I'm like, nope. No, we're not. We just gotta beat it into their heads, you know?